Hey guys, welcome back to Playground Sessions YouTube channel. I'm Phil, and today I'm going to be showing you one of Carole King's classics called You've Got a Friend. We'll be learning the intermediate level chorus in this video, and that section sounds a little something like this. Alright, so that's it. That's what we'll be learning in this video. And just like all the rest of these tutorials on the channel, I'll break down the right hand separately, the left hand separately, and then we'll talk about how to put them together. But when you're done, where do you go from here? This is only one section at one difficulty level. The Playground Sessions app has full songs with all parts and all difficulty levels, plus things like interactive notation. And for a limited time, you can take advantage of the free trial we're offering, where for 30 days, you can try the app for free with no strings attached. So click the link in this video description or tap that card above to start playing in the app for free today. But let's go ahead and get started in this video, breaking down this section. We'll start with the right hand first. The key signature for this song is 1 sharp, F sharp. That tells us we're in the key of G major. The time signature is 4/4, also known as common time. That means 4 beats per measure. Now let's talk about notes and hand position. We're going to start on a B above middle C, right here, with our thumb, our first finger. So for the whole top line, that's our position. We'll get into rhythms in a little bit more detail here in just a minute, but for now we're just walking through getting the notes and hand positions. So we're on the 4th measure of this section, and we now see our pinky reaching up to a G. But otherwise, we're still in the same position to start the second line. But the very next measure, we see our thumb jumping down to a G. And that's the first half of this whole section. Okay, we start with thumb on B, pinky reaches up to G, and then our next position is thumb to G for the second line. Now, third line, thumb comes back to B. But the difference is now our 2 finger is on D instead of C. And then next measure, we're jumping up even higher, 2 finger again, this time on E. And pinky on A. Now, going into the 4th line, we're going to jump even higher, thumb on D, pinky on high B. And then we're tied over to the 4th line, but then right away on the and of 1, we're coming down, 3rd finger on G, 2 on E, thumb on D, and this is important here, you don't have much time, 3rd finger over to B. And then we finish out that phrase with our thumb on G. So very quickly, we're going from the end of the 3rd line, high B, all the way down to our thumb on G. And then we'll wrap up with the final phrase in the position that we're currently in. Okay, so that's the whole right hand part. I know we haven't gotten into too many rhythms just yet, but what I want to do now is bring up the backing track at the slow tempo, and that's going to allow us to focus more on these rhythms without the pressure of doing it at full tempo, which is faster, obviously. So, what I want to do now is cue up the backing track at the medium tempo, assuming you've already done the walkthrough with me a handful of times. Remember, you can pause, rewind, and play back. So do that as many times as you need. But now, let's do the medium tempo backing track and let's play along. 1, 2, set, go. Start with rest. thumb down to G, and we have some rest. Look ahead during this rest, thumb to B, 2 to E, Alright, there it is, right hand at the slow tempo. And remember, let's not be in a hurry to speed this up. If you need extra practice at the slow tempo, just rewind and play back with me. But now what I want to do is full tempo, so let's do it now. 1, 2, set, go. Way to go, you guys. Now let's start talking about the left hand. Alright, the left hand part is not too bad, especially compared to the rhythms of the right hand part. The left hand, for the most part, in this section is just whole note chords, block chords. So, there are a couple of extra rhythms, but for the most part, it's not too bad, and I'll get into each one in just a moment. But for now, what I want to do is just go over each chord shape out of the context of any counting or rhythms. I want you to familiarize your left hand with each chord shape for this section. Once we've done that, we'll start talking more about rhythm. So let's do it. Our first chord is a G over D, also known as a G major chord in second inversion. Alright, we do 2 of those. Next we have a C over E, first inversion C major chord. Alright, then we're back to G over D. Then we have a D major chord, root position. And then we have a D7, which is the same as this D major chord, but we're moving our thumb on A up to thumb on C. There's D7. Alright, we're on the third line down already. Back to G over D. 2 of those. Then another C over E. But here, we see some changes in the next measure. Not only do we see new notes and new chords, but we also see new rhythms. So the next measure we have 2 half notes now instead of a whole note. The first half note is an E minor chord, and the second is G7 over F. Sounds like a way different chord, but really we're just moving one note. The bottom E is coming up to an F. Alright, final line down. We're still playing half notes, but we have a familiar chord shape, C over E. But then quickly, we have a new chord shape, B minor over D. Alright, next measure, we have a new rhythm again. We're playing a quarter note, and this is an important one because the whole band in the backing track plays this quarter note with you. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have that quarter note, which is an A minor over C, and then we have a dotted half note to finish that whole measure on a root position C major chord. So what I want to do is just go over the second half one more time because that's where we see those new rhythms and new chord shapes. Second half starts on the third line down. We have G over D 2 times, we have C over E, and then we have half note chords on E minor, G7 over F, C over E, B minor over D, and then a quarter note on A minor over C, followed by a dotted half note, root position C major. And that's all there is to it for the left hand. So when you're ready and you've gone through that walkthrough with me a handful of times, so you're comfortable with each chord shape, then it's time to meet me here for a medium tempo run through. So I'm going to cue the backing track up and we're going to try this thing at a slow tempo. Let's do it. 1, 2, set, go. G over D. Now C over E. And another one of those. Look ahead, back to G over D. And again. Now look ahead. Here comes D and D7. Now look ahead, next line. G over D again. And once more. C over E. Now here comes the half notes. E minor, G7 over F, C over E, B minor over D, and A minor, C. Good stuff, guys. And when you're ready, let's now try it at full tempo. 1, 2, set, go. Alright, you guys, we're in the home stretch. All we need to do now is put these hands together. We'll start slow, and then we'll speed it up to full tempo, and then you're done with this video. But let me remind you one time, when you are done with this video, you gotta do the free trial. Playground Sessions is offering a free trial for 30 days, no strings attached, cancel anytime. Try the app for free. We want you to get in there, finish this song, and enjoy the app. It's a special way of saying thank you to our YouTube subscribers and fans out there, so thanks for watching. Do the free trial, finish this song in the app, and much, much more. You're gonna love it. Click the link in the video description or tap the card above. Start playing for free in the app today. But let's go ahead and put the hands together to wrap up this video. I'll walk through the first few measures with you completely out of time to show what beats the hands play together and what beats they play separately. Then I'm gonna ask you to do that through the remainder of the section, and then we'll try it with the backing track. Let's do it. We're gonna do measure 1 first. We can tell that the left hand plays first because the right hand is resting, so the left hand will play first. On beat 3, the right hand comes in while the left hand is holding. Next measure, right hand's resting, so the left hand plays by itself again. And since the left hand is a whole note chord, the right hand is going to play by itself to finish out the measure, while the left hand holds. Next measure, same thing. Right hand's resting, left hand plays by itself. Then right hand. Same idea, right hand's resting in the next measure, left hand plays on its own. So I'm going to pause right there. I want you to do exactly what I just did through the rest of this section. So pause the video, go through every beat of every measure. When you've done that enough times that you're feeling comfortable about everything in this section with the hands together, then it's time to meet me back here for the slow tempo run through. So we'll do that now. You guys ready? 1, 2, set, go. Alright guys, well there we have it at the slow tempo. The final step is to speed it up, but let's not be in a hurry. Sometimes it takes 10, 20, 30, 50 times of repeating something well, doing it right, for it to really become muscle memory. So don't shy away from repetitive practice. It's the key. But when you are ready, let's wrap this video up together by doing this section at full tempo. You guys ready? Great work, you guys. Give yourselves a round of applause for the work you did today. The features you saw on screen today can be at your fingertips with the Playground Sessions app. Co-created by music legend Quincy Jones, Playground teaches the piano with interactive feedback and gaming features, all while using your favorite songs. All right, guys, I'm Phil. Hit subscribe so I can see you for the next video.